Hello there, I'm Dr. Sarah Bohn. Today I'm discussing a book that I recently read. The book review is on The Pain Chronicles: Cures, Myths, Mysteries, Prayers, Diaries, Brain Scans, Healing, and the Science of Suffering by Melanie Thernstrom. The book was published in 2011. Ms. Thernstrom chronicles her personal life, education, and career in journalism. She attended Harvard, Cornell, and the University of California. She reveals that she's a contributing writer for the New York Times Magazine with submissions published in the crime section. She has also authored other books. The author reviews her brief experience with acute pain and the transition of her acute pain to the more troublesome condition of chronic pain. Throughout the book, she intersperses details of her personal experience with factual medical information and discusses the history of pain. She weaves the information throughout her story. Her tale of pain is dotted with facts about pain receptors, various treatments and interventions, and early in the book, she makes insightful observations that pain is not all neurological and chemical, but there is often a significant emotional component. She also learns the importance of continuity of care with a primary care physician that guides her journey through the maze of healthcare. She develops a relationship with several physicians and maintains those relationships with these physicians as they lead her to her final diagnosis and treatments. She also builds relationships with other suffering patients, both learning and teaching them. This book does provide for a better understanding of the pain experience, but is more geared toward sufferers of chronic pain. Not that patients with serious illness would not benefit from the information in this book, as there's tremendous insight here. She comes to the correct conclusion on her own that treating any pain is more successful if the approach for that pain management is multimodal. Sufficient pain management is not only available when it comes out of a pill bottle, but can be obtained from other avenues. She educates readers by providing information about pain pathways and how the nervous system functions. She details how the pain stimulus is transmitted along the nerves to the spinal cord and brain for the appropriate response. She peppers her story with related medical information and medical facts, and she follows this template throughout her book. Along with providing information how the body receives, transmits, and reacts to pain in the short term, she reveals how pain may change when it becomes long-standing. Her book reads as an enjoyable novel and not like a textbook, and that really makes for good reading and good understanding. I truly enjoyed that aspect of the book. I appreciated that the author points out many of the more common issues with successful management of pain. She highlights the difficulty of finding the right physician and knowing the right path to take on journey to evaluation and finding treatment. She discusses the difficulties of finding sufficient management without impairing side effects. She learns the sad truth that for many patients, cure of chronic pain can be elusive. She experienced the internal personal debate and fears that so many patients struggle with, including thoughts of doubting herself. Is her pain real? Is she making things worse than it really is? She also had thoughts questioning the validity of the healthcare system and uncertainty of the evaluation and testing process. What if the tests don't show anything is wrong? What then? If the test shows something is terrible wrong, what can be done? She speaks of the thoughts of fear experienced by so many pain patients. Could any of the treatments or medications hurt her? What if the treatments to manage the pain don't work? Will the pain consume her? How much pain can she tolerate, and how much worse can that pain become? What if the doctors cannot get the pain under control? Could she die from the pain? Throughout the book, she explores the intricate and complex affecting factors on the sense and perception of pain. She taps into the location of pain and prior patient pain experience are both significant elements to a patient's resilience. She addresses that a person's pain experience is also affected by the individual. Cultural, religious, sexual, mental health, age, and personal belief system are all important affecting factors. She recounts the process of her own self-discovery, how each of these impacted her pain. She learned through her journey that addressing multiple aspects of pain management is the better method to addressing that pain than ignoring the pain or wishing the pain away or hoping for a magical pill to provide relief. She elaborated that her symptom management was part of a multimodal, multidisciplinary approach, and it took some time. how this is tremendously better and a great way to achieve success with pain management. She discovered that learning all you can about what's causing the pain was helpful for reducing suffering, and it's an important part of the solution. Fear of the unknown is a significant contributor to the pain experience. Certainly, the risk of learning a life limiting diagnosis is not a great outcome. However, without testing and learning, treatment will never begin. Not knowing and not understanding does not make the process go away, but allows time to pass and that condition can worsen without intervention. Since care access for so many has been interrupted and numerous barriers to timely access are more common now than ever before, especially since the year 2020, we have seen the demonstration of how imperative timely assessment can be. The right evaluation and initial testing and treatment efforts are crucial. Reluctance and difficulty with navigating the healthcare system prolong that duration of suffering. The author encountered each of these issues as well, and the book was written well before 2020. These problems contributed to her transition from an acute issue to a chronic pain condition. Timely and appropriate evaluation and management can help reduce the risk of development of chronic pain. And I say help because pain is multifaceted. Each person and every situation is a little bit different. The development of chronic pain may occur in some patients even though they followed every instruction, adhered to every guideline, and managed to have accurate and rapid diagnosis with correct intervention. Making efforts for timely evaluation and following the instructions certainly does reduce and mitigate that possibility, but it doesn't eliminate it. Each chapter is composed of components of her personal thoughts and life intertwined with her medical story. She provides medical facts in an understandable and accurate way. She provides her relatable history of pain and keeps the book interesting. The book flows well and makes sense, keeping the reader engaged. As pain is known to each of us, this book is one that I think many can find helpful. Whether a patient suffering with pain or the loved ones that are supporting that person that is enduring the pain, everyone can learn something greatly from the content of this book. Understanding the pathophysiology behind pain and acknowledging that you're not alone in the pain experience is helpful and can provide one of the steps that's needed in pain management. Having pain is part of being human. The cure of pain is what everyone is wanting, and some do achieve it. If not cured, though, all those that receive care and support can have their pain eased. We all deserve to live well. A few other notable comments include her learning that belief and trust in her healthcare team were very important. She disliked her therapist and would fall away from care. Some of her physicians didn't believe her, or she didn't believe them, or they discounted her history. Her finding a physician and a care team that she had a good relationship with and followed longitudinally aided in her success in finding pain management. And after having reached that point, learning about pain and her situation, she decided to accept the information and do anything that she needed to do to take back control of the situation and control her pain. I want to close with a few excerpts from the book. Ordinarily, pain is protective, a finely wired system warning the body of tissue damage or disease and enforcing the rest of the bone to knit or the fever to run its course. This is acute pain. When the tissue heals, that pain disappears. When pain persists long after it has served its function, however, it transforms into the pathology of chronic pain. Chronic pain is a specter in our time, a serious, widespread, misunderstood, misdiagnosed, and undertreated disease process. Untreated pain can eventually rewrite the central nervous system, causing pathological change to occur in the brain and spinal cord, which in turn results in greater pain. It is not the duration of pain that characterizes chronic pain, but the inability of the body to restore normal functioning. The next excerpt I want to read is when she realizes that emotions play a role in her pain. Romantic and physical pain have nothing to do with each other. I firmly believed that at the time. Just as there is no likeness between a broken heart and a heart attack. A broken heart is a metaphor. A myocardial infarction is a cardiovascular event. Indeed, even as a metaphor, a broken heart seems antiquated now that we know emotion stems from the brain. But many of us, probably each of you that is reading this, knows how significant pain can be, whether it's emotional or physical, and severe emotional pain can actually cause physical pain. They are interrelated. She was told, you need to focus on curing yourself. I had reduced my pain, but I had never fundamentally shifted my narrative, build an illness narrative that will make sense of and give value to the experience. The medical anthropologist enjoins. When I first got the results of my MRIs, I had resolved to take control of my situation. I felt suddenly seeing things more clearly. The nature of my pain, the nature of my relationship with Kurt. I had made a slew of doctor's appointments. I left Kurt. I ordered a special pain diary from the Arthritis Foundation to document my quest for healing. I loved reading the pathographies, the first-person accounts of illness, and perhaps I could write one. I hope you found this book review helpful, and you can find this book on several platforms, including audiobooks, and I think they're very reasonable priced. Thank you for watching and forwarding this to others. I hope you found this information beneficial. Provide some suggestions on a subject that you would like to hear about on the channel by dropping a comment below. I appreciate your time and clicking on that subscribe button. It has really helped this channel grow. I also want to thank those who watched my daughter's channel and knew that my birthday is in September. She posted on her channel to throw me a card shower and was successful in doing that. As I am challenged technologically, it was really a secret from me. I typically do not like surprises. However, this was a wonderful surprise. Thank you all for the many cards that have arrived. I've posted a few of them on the board behind me. I want to give a special shout out to the folks coast to coast and from the furthest north point in Alaska, and the kindness from the southern folks down in Georgia and Florida, New York, Connecticut, the Midwest, the upper Midwest, and even in Texas and California. Thank you all so much for sending me those special cards, and you've been very kind. Thank you so much. Bye now.